welcome to the BaByliss stage. I actually have been using BaByliss tools my whole career, so it really is a pleasure to be here sharing with you some of the looks that we've been creating at London Fashion Week, for editorial shoots and for trends presentations that we're doing now for spring-summer 2014. What we're going to do is talk through the looks that we've created already with the tools, and then we're going to change each of the looks around. Being a session stylist, it's really important to be able to work quite fast and have versatility in my styling and in the hair. The last sort of 6 months have been absolutely incredible because we've just launching the titanium range, which is an amazing range of really great plated tools, and it's all about getting an amazing texture in the hair. And this is a look that I created for a shoot that I was doing for Nylon Singapore recently. So I just take the iron and literally with panels of hair we just bang through the hair. So very quickly we work through the hair, and what it actually does is swirls up the hair. You can see here is this absolutely amazing texture. It pretty much doubles the amount of hair here. Pop your head forward. So we're just going to work a reverse braid up through the back section of the hair. For me, hair is the most amazing material. Once you've got a texture and you've prepped the hair, it really is incredible what you can do with it. When I moved to London nearly 20 years ago, I knew that I wanted to do everything, and actually at that time you sort of did session work or you did salon work or you sort of worked in the industry, but I wanted to do a bit of it all. Here, this is an accessory that I prepared for the shoot that we were doing for Nylon, and literally I just wired these pheasant feathers onto a headband. But very quickly what you can see here is a really great shape. It's a bit of a modern take on a mohawk with this amazing plumage of feathers, which is one of the key trends for this season. Just quickly want to show you this. This is something quite graphic. This is one of the looks that we created for one of the shows for London Fashion Week. And all we did here was we've just pulled ponytails. They're just normal elastic bands here. And we sort of whipped them backwards and forwards, so it's quite geometric. But literally this took about 2 minutes to do. Nothing that I do really takes a long time because I like to practice, get a really great look going on and sort of get it done. This is a quiff that I created for a shoot that's going to be in Hairdresser's Journal in a month or two. Yeah, but this is a ponytail, and again, when we're shooting on a ponytail, we would normally use knicker elastic to do this. Knicker elastic goes really tight, but just for speed to show you the style, we're using the hook bands. But to get a really clean, sleek ponytail, you always split the ponytail into two, you pull the top section up. What you'll see is a really sleek, clean shape. Little bit of hairspray just cleans up the edge of the hair, and again, this is about working quick. But what we wanted to do, as I said, this was us creating a quiff for a shoot that is going to be in Hairdresser's Journal, and we just pull that hair back, use one pin, pop the pin through and underneath. It's got that slightly sort of 40s feel to it. What you really see there is the speed of being able to change hair. Thank you very much. Now what we're going to do here again, this is all about texture. We use the wand to create this look, so we get that really beautiful movement in the hair. Again, we prepared this hair yesterday, and this is a technique that I did on a show about 10 years ago. And this was all about creating a Chanel handbag in the hair, and we're just using these rings in here to put into the hair to give it a really, really sort of modern take on a braid. And we're just working that through. And what I'm actually doing is just putting a little bit of spray into the hair to really manipulate and maneuver that sort of texture into the hair. And it just gives us that lift. You could also use the perfect curl to get this really great texture. And I have to say, if you haven't tried the perfect curl, you definitely have to go and try it. This is a look that we created for House of Holland, and this is called Slick to Dry, and it is the right side of Mexican streets. So we were talking about that slicked back hair. We used a gel through the top section here to get that really nice clean slick, and then we've created a texture using the wand to give the hair what we call the kick. So it isn't just about getting a curl into the hair, it's actually about getting movement into the hair. We just take the wand, we take a huge section and literally wrap and run backwards and forwards into the hair. And what that does, that maintains that slightly straighter end and then that really beautiful texture in the hair. what's great about the BaByliss tools, you do need everything. One thing that I always say, and the reason that I actually use BaByliss is I use a straightening iron to straighten the hair. I use a tong to tong the hair to get curl into the hair. And it really is important that you actually work the textures and you're using the right tools. And for me, the reason that I love BaByliss so much is the fact that you've got the tools, but with the titanium range, they are way lighter. Here we use the new Deep Waver, and again, what you can see here, this is for a shoot that I did, all based on Bananarama from the 80s. But what you can see texture-wise is you've got the most incredible texture in the hair. We just worked that through, but this was done yesterday. So you can just see how incredible once you've got that in. And that comes down to the new titanium plates. They've got a covering on that actually holds the hair perfectly into the plate, so you get a beautiful form and then this versatility with the hair. When you look at the girls, you can just see how very quickly we change those textures in the hair, and really that does come down to the fact that we've got amazing tools.
Well done, amazing work, thank you very much.